Algie Ross, your coach to help you with mobility, flexibility, and strength so that you can reach overhead without shoulder pain. You can squat down with ease and grace, and so you can do hard things without getting injured. So today is all about preparing for squat, because we always squat at some point during our life, whether it's for a workout, training, or just daily life. You're gonna need your yoga mat, a fold-up blanket or a towel, and 2 yoga blocks. So I'm gonna actually move the blanket out of the way and just come into a comfortable seat. So in order to do a squat, there are many different variations. There's the yoga squat, malasana, we'll kind of play with that. And then there's the weighted squat. We're gonna go a little bit in between. I just want you to work on 3 parts. So it's like a triple extension. You're moving 3 joints at once, your hips, your knees, and your ankles, and we're going to focus just on that. But we wanna have the rest of the body prepared. So sitting up tall, take your fingertips on your shoulders and just start to roll out your shoulders, really opening up the shoulders, the chest, and the upper back, because your torso and your shoulders also play a key role, and reverse into your squat. And just feel that smooth range of motion. All right, now release, hold on to opposite elbows, pull the elbows down, keep your spine tall, which includes your neck, and slowly turn your head and neck over to the left, and see that end range. Keep pulling the elbows down, and stay fluid with your breath, and turn your head and neck over toward the right. Keep pulling the elbows down. And slowly come back to center and switch arms and elbows. Pull the elbows down and draw your chin down to get the back of the neck. Releasing your shoulders, stretching the back of the neck. Keeping the mouth closed, draw your chin all the way up. Feeling the stretch all the way from the neck into the chest a little bit. And slowly bringing your head upright and release. Place your palms down and place your feet on the mat and go wider than hip distance. Lift your chest and start to hammock the legs side to side. So doing this, you're getting into the hip, the knee, and the ankle. And I want you to think about you're actually moving the thigh bone in the hip socket. So you're trying not to move the hips, but right now, let's not even think about that because that's challenging to do as it is. But just pivoting the hips and the knees side to side. Keep the chest lifted and just see what it feels like just to do this move. Okay, now come back to center. We're going to test our squat. Even though we're not very warmed up, it's just an assessment to see where you're starting. So this is a good way to play with it. Slide the feet in, lift your chest, strong arms, hover your butt, shift your butt forward, reach one arm forward, and then the other arm forward. And just see if you can lift your chest, lift your spine out of your hips, out of your pelvis. And see what it feels like just to be in this position. You're getting into the hip, the knee, and the ankle joint. And this is malasana, this is squat, this is a yoga variation. And like I said, there's many, but just see what it feels like to be in this position. Do you feel like you're falling back? How does it feel in the ankles? Okay, and now you can release out of it. Come into quadruped. Spread the fingers, curl the toes, and lift your chest. Look up into cow. Exhale, push round the spine and stretch out the back into cat. Let go of your head. Curl the toes, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, round, empty out the breath. And one more. Curl the toes, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, round, empty out the breath. And shift forward even more to get into the upper back and the neck. And now slowly release into a neutral spine. Curl the toes, sit on your heels, and just shake out your wrists for a moment. Okay, all right, now come to sit. We're gonna check in with the hips and give it a little bit of love and stretch. So lift your chest and take your left ankle over your right quad. For seated figure 4, there are many variations of this, and we're gonna really get into the side glute of the hip. So first thing, make sure, notice where your knee is. Is it close to your chest, your shoulder? If it is, the tightness is coming all through here, so I really want you to push the knee in the way best you can, and bring the foot in, the right foot in just a little bit. Lift your chest. Now I want you to maintain this position, dorsiflex the foot. So pretend this foot is pressing into the wall. Lift the chest. And now just start to sway the torso side to side. So you're opening up the chest, just creating some space and mobility in the shoulders, in the chest. Because remember, everything works together to support the body in whatever move you're doing or not doing. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. From this position, keep the chest lifted and lift your butt and scoot your butt forward. And walk your palms in. And you can stop at any point and just hold that position. We're gonna go to one more level, and maybe you stay at the first part. It's really where your body is, and honor that. It's good to listen to what your body is saying to you. Okay, now from here, slide the foot back and bring the butt closer, walk your palms in, and just see how that feels. Hopefully you're feeling the side glute, that opening, that stretch, maybe even into the hamstring, and just stay with your breath. Keep the foot engaged, the knee pushing away from the shoulder, the head, just so you're really gonna get that opening. All right, now we're gonna come out of it the way we came in, so just move the butt back, move the foot forward, and release. Now let's do the other side. You might need your hand, I know I will, to bring the ankle over the quad, and there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a little assistance. Okay, and now adjust so you're on both sit bones. Notice right off the bat how this side feels. This is my tighter side, so I really have to work to push that knee away from the head. And there's only so much you can do, and that's why adding leverage is gonna help you work it a little bit more. So keep the chest lifted, slide the foot in, and lift your chest. Stay here and see what it's like. Stay with the breath, and maybe this is good for you. I'm gonna try and go a little deeper. You can join me and see where it is. And now lift the butt and walk your palms in to lift your chest. Oh yes, I am feeling that stretch completely. Good. Keep the arms straight. Try and keep the integrity of your upper body and lower body so you can really open up the lower body. Stay with your breath. Keep the foot engaged. Pretend you're pressing that foot into the wall. Okay, one more breath. And now walk the palms back, move the butt back, move the leg forward, and you can take off the foot, leg, and just shake it out into seated staff pose, Dandasana. Really shake it out. And let your wrists just flap, your fingers flap, because you are weight bearing. Always take care of all parts of the body. Okay, come into a kneeling position. We're gonna go into Anjaneyasana in a different way. I want you to go into kneeling because I want you to play with the pelvis. So palms on the hips and step forward with the right foot. Make sure your blocks are nearby because you can use them as support to get lower, and they really do help. They're never a crutch, and same with the towel or blanket. Okay, place your palm on your belly, palm on the lower back, doesn't matter which one, and I just want you to feel the pelvic tilt. So tailbone sticking out, tailbone down, and just notice what that's like. Use your palms to help guide it. Okay, now tailbone down, feel that stretch in the left quad, top of the hip. Okay, wiggle the right foot forward just a little bit, sink forward, but try and keep the pelvis neutral. Try not to have your bottom ribs flare forward. You'll feel it in the lower back. Can you keep that pelvic tilt, that tailbone down, squeeze the left glute, and then as you sink forward, go slow, circle the arms up, get that full range of motion, sinking forward into that end range, dorsiflexion of the front foot. Squeezing the left glute to open up the left hip. Broadening your chest, straight arms, looking up. And now release the palms down. Shift back, move the foot more to the side of the mat. Grab your blocks. And I really recommend trying it with your blocks first. Okay, so now I'm moving the knee further back. Bringing the elbows down. You can definitely stay like this and sink the hip and draw the tailbone down. This is fine. And I want you to pay attention to opening through here. Also the right side as well. I'm gonna go a little bit lower, palms together. And by palms together, you can protract the shoulders more, pushing down onto the blocks, and your nose facing the floor so the back of the neck is long. You don't wanna be cranking your neck in different positions when you're holding a certain pose. Keep the right knee facing forward so you're really getting into that right groin and hip. Squeezing the left glute, pushing down with the elbows. Shoulders are broad, upper back is broad in that protracted state. And just look straight down. That'll keep your neck in line with your spine. Okay, now come onto the blocks with your palms, or if you're on your palms, just move them forward. We're gonna switch sides. Lower the knee down, and let's stretch it all out in downward facing dog. Stretch out the spine. You can lift the heels and pivot the hips and the feet side to side. What I love about doing this is that you get the side glutes, you get the lats, you get a long stretch in the spine. Keep looking at your toes so that your neck stays long. Stay with your breath. And now come back down and we'll start the same way. And always make sure that you're breathing. You don't want to hold your breath because it's actually going to tighten everything up and then it's not going to be productive. Just give yourself time. Okay, step your left foot forward. Palms on the belly and the lower back. And again, play with that pelvic tilt. How does it feel on this side? Does it feel tighter? Does it feel open? Does it feel completely foreign to you? That's okay. You can keep practicing. Okay, now go for that pelvic tilt, tailbone down. Feel that quad stretch on the right. And slowly start to shift forward, getting into that ankle on the left. Turn the thumbs out, circle the arms up, squeeze the right glute, and lift your chest. And really feel that end range, that dorsiflexion in the front foot as you're really opening up the right quad, top of the hip. And very slowly release the palms down and wiggle the foot forward and over to the side. Grab your blocks again. Lower down onto your forearms, press the palms together, and I'm going to move my knee further back. The more the knee goes back, the lower your hips are going to be and your torso. And if you're here on your palms, I just want you to think, good body mechanics, broaden your chest, squeeze the right glute, let the hip release down. Everything is working, but you're just in a higher level, and make sure that you're keeping the leg hugging in versus going out. That's a different pose. Come down onto your forearms, palms together, and then push the elbows, forearms into the mat, protract the shoulders, back of the neck long. And just notice if this side is tighter or more open in the left groin, the hip, the right quad. See what's available in this position. Keep protracting the shoulders. And now very slowly come onto the blocks, and if you're on the blocks, just bring the blocks forward. Curl the right toes, lift the knee, and step back, downward dog. And again, lengthen the spine and pivot the hips and feet side to side. And really push, so you're really getting that length in the spine, getting into the hips. Okay, lower down, and let's move the blocks to the side for the moment. And now I want you to really pay attention to the foot, because we're going to play with some balance. So you're going to come up to stand, and your hips and chest are going to face forward. So in yoga, we call this Tadasana, and this is the foundation. And why it's relevant to this is because Tadasana means mountain pose. So any standing pose you're going to do, you want to be strong. Like, you're not going to be able to fall out because you're so strong in your feet, in your toes. So we're going to take Tadasana up a little bit into one leg, single leg balance. So ground down on the left foot and bend the right knee. You can have your palms on your hips or out, and then just start to bend and straighten. Palms on the hips if that helps with balance, but you can also play with swaying, working your balance differently, because that's what happens in life. So you're really working hip, knee, ankle, toe joint, really getting the body to support itself in one leg balance, which would be great for squat. Let's do the other side and see what side you feel stronger on. Okay, so now spread the right toes, lift the left foot, start to bend. Yeah, my joints seem to crack all the time. And just, you can have the arms out, play with going to the side, going into different planes of motion. It's just going to help build strength and agility and stamina in different ways. And notice how much you're shaking or not. Working the right ankle, toes, hip and knee. And now just shake it out. Okay, so now we're going to use the wall. I'm just going to move the blanket over for a moment. We're going to use it after the first part. So the wall is just to help you not have to worry about balance, because I want you to pay attention to the ankles. We're going to play with the range of motion and the ankles. There are so many different variations of exercises that you can do, and we're going to do 2 right now. So using your fingertips on the wall, spreading the toes, and you want to be in that Tadasana position, so that's your foundation. Broaden the chest, and all you're going to do is lift the heels and then lower and lift. Try and go for that end range. So try not to go partial way or half-ass it. You want to go to the full extension you can. So lifting the heels and lowering. Pay attention if your hips fall into the wall or your butt sticks out. You're not going to be weight bearing and it won't be productive. So I really want you to think about just lifting straight up. Fingertips on the wall and lifting straight up and lowering down. And lifting up, lowering down. And one more, lifting up, lowering down. One important cue about that is that I'm going to just use the wall for support for a moment. When you lift up, you don't want to be doing this. Heels coming in, ankles and tops of the feet going out. You just want to lift and have the feet, toes, knees straight ahead. Okay? And that's why the wall can help you with that. Grab your blanket, your towel, and it's really good to have it folded like this, because I tried it with the blocks many times and it's just a little too rigid and a little too high in terms of from the ground, and I feel like it could cause strain. And this has give, the perfect amount. So you could play with this, how much you need to fold it, but this seemed pretty good. So now, Tadasana toward the wall, heel on the ground, ball of the foot and toes on the wall, toes on the blanket, towel. Standing tall in your Tadasana, and now you're gonna lift the back heel, drive the right heel down, push your hips to the wall, so drawing the tailbone down, that posterior pelvic tilt, so you're adding weight. So you do want the hips, but you're still tall, there's no compromise. Driving the weight straight down, you should feel an end range for your ankle mobility, your dorsiflexion, but also a calf stretch. Use the fingertips for support. Make sure there's no tilt in the pelvis. If it turns out, you will feel it less. Keep the hips and chest facing the wall. Keep drawing the tailbone down. You can even bend the left knee a little bit more. Yeah, that adds some more weight. And a very productive stretch. Okay, release and switch sides. Okay, so left heel on the floor, ball the foot and toes on the blanket towel, and then play with it how much you need to bring the back foot in, draw the tailbone down, and start to draw the hips. Keep the legs straight and broaden the chest. So always think really good body mechanics, and just explore how your ankle is compared to the right side. Breathe into that calf stretch. And very slowly release back to center. And now just walk it out. See how that feels. It can be a little intense, that's okay. You're working on 3 joints, hip, knee, and ankle. Okay, we're going to test our squat, our malasana, our squat. See how it is compared to the assessment we did in the beginning. So I'm gonna do from the side view. Stand with your feet. You can do a little bit wider than hip distance. I recommend it. Reach the arms forward. It's a great way to counterbalance, but also keep your spine lifted. Spread the toes, and then slowly start to descend and see how each level goes, getting low to the ground. So this is full malasana, and you can also turn the toes out if that helps you lift your spine. So you can play with it in different ways. There are many arguments on what to do with the toes. We're just gonna play with these 2 for right now. Keep reaching your chest forward, engaging the side glutes so that the knees go out, so you're really energized with the lower body and the upper body. Good, and notice where the weight is. Is it too far in the heels? Can you shift the weight into your toes and lift your chest? Feel your back muscles working, but it's also your core, your front, sides, and back of the torso, and your heart. Okay, release the palms down and just walk it out into downward facing dog. Pivot again, the hips and the feet side to side. Okay. Last pose, we're gonna get a quad stretch. So all you need to do is lay down, and I recommend on your forearm, not laying on your elbow because it's easy to fall back. So straightening the bottom leg can be easy to fall back, but you can play with it, or if you need to, you can bend the knee. So I'm gonna show you how it goes first. So try and have the elbow underneath the shoulder, and what you're going to do is you're going to push the hip forward so that you have this part flat. So you get the top of the hip and into the quad. You can stay there. My foot is down and back. I'll actually show you what that looks like. So you could play with this variation and just keep pushing the hip out and then squeezing the glute and the hamstring and broadening the chest, toe down. Or you could play with reaching for the back foot. So sitting up tall, bending the knee, pushing the hip out, and then bringing the foot toward the glute. But try not to slump into your shoulder. That's not productive, and it doesn't feel good. And then keep seeing if you can stack the hips. It's a little bit more challenging, so play with the variations. But bringing the foot to the glute is going to help open up through here. And like I said, if this doesn't work, you can place the foot on the ground behind you. And you're also getting a nice stretch right through your abdominals. And release. Let's switch sides. And just make sure you take the time to set up so you have good body mechanics, because you don't want to wreck your shoulder or wear out your shoulder just to stretch your quads. Okay, again, you can start with the foot behind. Try and keep the hips stacked. You'll also feel this stretch here. Try not to let the ribs flare. You want to keep them in and down. That'll help with the lower back as well. And then either the foot down behind, or you can hold the foot and squeeze it. Sometimes it's very easy to get a hamstring cramp, especially if they're on the tighter side like mine. So give yourself some grace and just modify as you need. And then squeezing the glute and the hamstring to really get that quad, opening up the chest. Make sure you're not slumping in the shoulder. And then slowly release. And then let's stretch it out one more time. In Dandasana, shake out the legs, shake out the wrists. Okay, so we played with a variety of poses for the hips, the knees, and the ankles to prepare for squat, so that you can squat down to pick something up without back pain or shoulder pain or knee pain or hip pain or even ankle pain. Play with these poses, practice again, notice how it felt from side to side, and just keep practicing. Your body is meant to move, be nimble and agile. And I am your coach, Janelle J. Ross, to help you with mobility, flexibility, and strength so that you can reach overhead without shoulder pain. You can squat down with ease, and you can do hard things without getting injured. We covered a lot today. I'd love to hear from you. You can comment below. I'd love to hear your answers or your feedback. Share this, like this, and remember, I'm here with you every Thursday, and I will see you next week.